We're not going to be trading into that. I'm going to put that out right now. Do not trade into that. Don't get suckered in. You could win, you could lose, but I'd rather you just sit on the sidelines and not have either of those situations happen. Good afternoon, outliers. How are y'all doing today? Happy Friday. We have a lot to do today. That's not an understatement. We got a whole buttload of things we need to get done today. So I am not going to dilly-dally around too much. I'm going to get real busy. So I hope you're ready. Dave is here. Michael's here. And everybody else that's here. Let's make this thing happen. Let's jump right into our... No, we will not. There actually was something I wanted to cover. Hang on. I saw this CNBC video. It says, what stocks do in the next month is a coin flip due to the election. Yeah, I've mentioned this a million times. If you know my backstory, the first time I blew up my account was the 2016 presidential election between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. And during that time, I was experimenting with options, trying to get fancy. And I put on this particular trade called a call ratio backspread. Now, in fact, let me show you what it looks like. Call ratio backspread. So the way that it works is, let me find a good example, good clear example. That'll do. Okay, with the call ratio backspread, imagine this is the current price right now. Right? Imagine this is the current price today. And if stocks go up, hey, it's like a long call. Sounds freaking sweet. Let's go. And if stocks go down, well, that's okay. I'm still going to be profitable either way. So I don't have anything to risk on this trade. And I put in literally my entire portfolio. I'm telling you, I levered up to the gills on this one. And boy, did I make a mistake on this. My mistake was that I did not take into account the duration of this trade, which would expire on Friday of the election, right? Elections happened Tuesday night. It was going to expire on Friday. So Friday morning, or I'm sorry, Wednesday. No. Let me back up. Wednesday night, if you guys remember, and I'll never forget this, the market was lock limit down. I'd never seen lock limit down at all. And Tuesday night, the limit was lock limit down because Trump was expected to win. And I was like, meh, all right, I'll make some money, no big deal. I woke up the next day and stocks were up, and it felt like they were up for the rest of time while Trump was president. Vote for Trump. But during that time, I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll be making more money then. So let's say that this is Tuesday. Then Wednesday happens, and then Thursday happens, and then Friday happens, and I'm watching as my account is evaporating minute by minute on Friday. I was right. I had the right trade on, but I didn't take into account the expiration of the trade. And without even trying, I managed to blow up 2/3 of my account doing this. And I was just like, how could I ever have let that happen? Right? I was so right. Both directions I was right. But yet I lost bigly. I lost huge, as Trump would say. So when I saw this video, I was like, hey, how about we make sure that we set the precedent that when we vote for the president, that we're not going to vote that, or we're not going to be trading into that. Okay. I'm going to put that out right now. Do not trade into that. Okay. Don't get suckered in. You could win, you could lose, but I'd rather you just sit on the sidelines and not have either of those situations happen. Granted, of course, I'd want you to win, but it's a lot easier to just sit on the sidelines. Okay. Wes is here. Happy Friday. Leo's here. Jean-Louis here. Tug is here. Brian says, hello. I love pinning my investment selections based on a coin flip. Yeah, but I was so smart, Brian. I was so smart, right? And what could go wrong? I was so smart. I thought, if you had been right, you would not be here today. Oh, I hope I'd still be here today, but maybe not on this video. Tug says he was 100% in the market on 9/11. That probably didn't go so well either. Yeah, exactly. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at what CNBC has to say about this.
Talk of the tape. How much more can stocks rise? Let's ask Tom Lee. He's FundStrat's head of research and CNBC contributor, live with us once again at Post 9. Nice to see you.
Great to see you, Scott.
Since the Fed did their jumbo cut, the market really hasn't done all that much except for one day last Thursday. Why?
Well, I think the Fed unleashed us on an easing cycle, and that's going to be positive. We know it's actually historic.
I would just like to say that if I was in his shoes and the CNBC anchor was like, market hasn't done much, tell me exactly why. Like, come on, dude. I don't know the exact reason, right? Just haven't seen a lot of price movement in the last week or so. Give me a break.
Historically positive 3 months, 6 months out. But what stocks do in the next month is a bit of a coin flip, and I think that's what we're seeing because there's some repositioning.
Isn't it always the case that what stocks do in the next month is kind of a coin flip? That's why we position size, because if we knew with 100% accuracy, we wouldn't have to position size. We just get it all into everything.
That took place, and also we're now thinking about the 40 days into the election.
So does the fact that the election is but 40 days away sort of ruin the perfect scenario for stocks to get that post-Fed bump?
I think it delays it, just because in the conferences that I've been speaking at and seeing wealth managers and family offices, a lot don't want to commit capital until after election day, and I don't think it matters who wins. It's just they want to get that event behind them.
Oh, so you think we're going to have sort of a dash to the finish after election day is out of the way?
Yeah, and that's pretty typical. In fact, in election years, the November, December rallies are pretty tremendous. And in fact, when markets are up more than 10% in the first half, you also get big rallies November, December, sort of choppy through September.
You think investors are
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll be ready to go long on that.
sold on the idea that this economy is going to make it? It's going to make it through. The Fed's going to pull this off. Is any of what we've witnessed since Fed Day doubts about the bigger picture?
So far, so good. This Friday, we get core PCE, and hopefully that confirms inflation is no longer on the front burner. But I'd say one thing I've noticed is that the number of investors and professional money managers that think we're already in a recession is very high. And so I think that
Because everybody's feeling that, my friend. Alex made it.
evidence just has to be better than expected. And I think those views shift back to soft landing.
When we've seen, recently targets for the S&P, Brian Belsky, I keep bringing him up because he's the most recent to raise his target up to the highest now on the street. I've asked you about, the market lately. You haven't sounded like you'd be raising your own target to a degree like that, would you?
We've talked about this before. I think price targets are the most asinine thing that you could be doing in the market at all. Why would you put a target on anything, right? Right, Jorn, right? Like, imagine you're buying a stock. Let's imagine that you bought, how about the stock Light, for instance, right? Let's say that you buy the stock Light and you buy it at 61.01. And you're like, well, I'm a genius. And my price target is $94, right? My price target when I bought it at 61.01 is $94. So I have said my target is right there. And you best believe I will take a stand and I will hold this until kingdom come or my price target is hit. I don't care how much I have to lose. I don't care how long it takes. That's my target. What a stupid thing to do. What an absolutely idiotic thing to do in the stock market, right? Let's say Light goes from 61.01 to $9 instead of 94. Are you telling me that you're just going to continue holding? Saying, oh, it hasn't hit our target yet. Give me a freaking break. Peter's here. Brian says, you can't aim without a target. How else would they get paid or have anyone listen to them without a target? They just adjust the target once it's missed. Yeah, but unfortunately, Brian, for you and I and retail investors, right, when they hear that, they get all excited about it, right? They get all excited like, oh, Tom said it's going to go from 61.01 up to 94. Tom said it's going to do this. It should do this. We've talked about that before. That's the worst word in trading. It should do this. And when it doesn't, who's left holding the bag? Not Tom. He doesn't care. He can get price targets all day on any stock he wants. It's the investor who's like, but Tom said. So take that as a grain of salt. Do not ever set a price target, right? Just trade what the market gives you. If it works, it's awesome. If it doesn't work, that's awesome too, because you can get out. Wait. If it doesn't work, that's awesome too, because Today is the day you can take the opportunity to turn your small loss back into cash before it becomes a big loss. Don't let that opportunity pass you by. Very incredibly handsome and intelligent man said that. I don't know who came up with that, but I do know it's time for our market analysis. Oh, welcome to the Outlier Trading Room. This is smart trading made simple. And as an outlier, you know how to save time, make money, start winning with less risk. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Christopher Uhl. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I've been successfully trading since 2009, but during that time, I have blown up my account twice. I am a partner with Outlier, and this is my style of trading using Outlier. But you know what? Even though I've blown up my account twice, I use those opportunities to learn so I never do it again, right? Now, I call that the golden ticket trading strategy. So how does Outlier work? It's a 4-step process. Number one, Outlier monitors how investors are reacting to changing market conditions, news, price movements, and the economy. Number two, Outlier determines if investors are acting irrationally fearful or greedy, and by how much. Number three, Outlier gives buy and sell signals when those irrational behaviors reach an extreme. And to number four, allowing you to get into the stock before the Outlier move happens. Michael's here. Yo. So let's go through today's member highlight because we got a ton to talk about today. Where's the button? There it is. All right. So in our member highlight, we've got so much going on. Mahesh has dropped a whole buttload of stuff for you guys to give your opinions on in the product related announcements. So we'd really like your feedback there. Miraculous has already dropped some opinions there. So thank you for that. Let's see here. Jean-Louis was letting Mahesh know a couple things. Also, Jean-Louis mentioned about selling into strength and rolling option contracts at the open. I mentioned that I think Sebastian does that, where when it comes up real close to a rolling point, like scene, I think is a good example. No, NRG. Yeah. So he might let the order rest, right? He might look at the pricing early on the day, and maybe the pricing might be $2.20. He might set it at $2.25 and then go about his day. And if it does trip at $2.25, that's awesome. If it doesn't trip through the rest of the day, then he can put it on at $2.20. I don't think that's a crazy idea at all. Just not the way that I trade, because then I'd have to let you guys know that I'd be doing that, and I'd rather just do it all at once at the end of the day. So I think that's how Sebastian does it, which is a very good idea. A couple other things in the share your big wins. Brian, we talked about that yesterday, and Dave's winner overnight, but Tug had a really cool feedback here. My biggest takeaway from having Outlier is knowing that I'm trading with superior market intelligence available anywhere. No indicators 100% correct of the time, but I know I have the best odds in my favor. Learning how to limit my losses and let winners run will allow me to have a winning strategy second to none. I feel so fortunate to be associated with the Outlier traders. Tug, that is an incredible endorsement. Thank you so much. And that is why we do what we do every day, right? Of course, we could just give you the platform and then bounce, right? See ya, good luck. Or we could trade it together. We could use the data together, and we can all win together. How about that? How about we actually do that together and make money together and let this thing be incredible together? So Tug, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, we need to draw this week's weekly winner circle. All right, so every Friday we do this. And so if you haven't entered already, the easiest possible way to enter this is by just going into the Discord, into the share your big wins section, and just tell us how you're using Outlier. It doesn't have to be a big win. It can be a loss even, or it can be an endorsement, just like Tug had mentioned there. All we're looking for is just your feedback, because we want to make this the most incredible platform, the most incredible place for traders on the internet, and you guys are killing it. So we need to fill this in with all the participants in this week's drawing. So let me see who all is included. Now, I believe Brian won last week, so my only exclusion criteria is you can't win 2 weeks in a row. Or no, it was Wes. Wes won last week on the 20th. Yes, it was Wes. So Brian, you could win today. Let's see. Brian's won before. Okay, so Paul, at Paul, microphone's in the way. Move it. Ugh, there we go. At Paul is number 1. Let's continue on. Leo F is number 2. We got a couple Leos. Michael Wiles, M Wales, MWAILES. Number 3, Alex. It's number 4, Peter. It's number 5. Michael Wiles posted again. Randy. Number 6. Brian. Brian can win this week. Number 7. Dave. Number 8. You guys killed it this week. Good gravy. And then Tug. Number 9. That is awesome. That's the most we've had in a single week. So way to go, everybody. Brian says, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. All right. So the way that I like to do this is I go to random.org to let the random number generator click us a value between 1 and 9 in this case. So I have no say in what this is. The next time, the number that generates right here is going to be our winner in 3, 2, 1. Number 4 is Alex. Hey, Alex, congratulations. Glad you're able to watch live, and congratulations on winning this week's $10 Amazon gift card. You guys are all incredible. Thank you so much for participating in this week after week, right? It's just fun for us to give back to you, for you to just let us know how this is working for you. So Alex, congratulations. Congratulations to Alex. And we got several Alexes. Hang on. Let me reply to Alex so I don't go to the wrong one. Here we go. Congratulations, Alex. To Alex? I think that's the right one. Okay. For winning this week's weekly winners circle. Now, April will send you the gift card on Monday. And again, congratulations. You know what I would do in your case is I would go and buy one of those trading books that I always recommend, basically for free at this point. So congratulations again. Dave says, what an awesome week of winners. Congratulations, Alex. Congrats, Alex. Congrats, Alan. That's the wrong name, Brian. I mean, Bambi. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Oops, Alex. Sorry. Okay. Congrats to, and Peter says congrats as well. All right. So don't forget, we want to make sure that you share your stories in the Discord. We want to take care of you because the first rule of Outlier is you tell everybody about Outlier. And I know you're already subscribed, so go ahead and hit the like button. That tells YouTube how much you like Outlier, and they'll share this video with other people too. So let's get busy with trading. With the golden ticket trading strategy, we need to see the 10 over the 20, price over the 50. And let's go to the SPY. Let's make me a little smaller and the chart's a little bigger. And let's go to the daily, not the weeklies. So we have the 10 over the 20, price over the 50. SPY is inside this order block right here, but it's already been there. I'm not really trading around it, so it is what it is. Not too stressed about it. So this is bullish right here. Market breadth. Let's go take a look at this. Market breadth is still bullish right now. Has curled down a little bit. That means there's a few less stocks on the bull list today than on the bear list. You can see 38 on the bear list today, 19 on the bull list. But still, until it crosses that 10 EMA, I'm bullish. So the next step here is looking at the master key. The SPY signal is, I'm pretty sure, still a buy. Yeah, SPY signal still has a buy. The market trend is still bullish. Market breadth is still bullish. And on the sector breadth, we've got not as much bullish as we had. In fact, we've got energy's bearish, healthcare, industrials, staples, and real estate are all bearish right now. So about half the market here, there's 11 different sectors, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are bearish. So putting that out there, we might be seeing a short-term top in the SPY right now. We'll just have to play that by ear, right? We'll have to trade what we are given. The next step here is to reduce risk, okay? And this is where we're going to be spending the bulk of our time today. We've got a lot of risk we need to worry about. Well, I wouldn't call it worry about. Got a lot of risk we need to work around. First is light. Now, light yesterday, we rolled up. We rolled it at 65.14. At the current exact moment right now, it's at $64 and change. The half ATR down from the rolling point is at 63.86. So to me, this is a keeper, okay? We're still up bigly on the trade. The way that you would calculate that is, oh, I forgot to log in Tastyworks. Give me a second here. We'll do some math together. Do y'all like math, right? like math or not. I love math. It's funny because my older son is in 7th grade and he's struggling with fractions, and he asked me to help him the other day, and I was completely clueless. I am telling you, I couldn't multiply, subtract, divide, add a fraction to save my life. And I'm looking at this, and I keep saying this out loud to him when I know I shouldn't have. I was like, why are you doing anything with, why are they teaching you fractions? Fractions don't matter. Just use decimals. Decimals are the entire world, right? Who uses fractions anyway? And I was legitimately handicapped in this. I couldn't do it. It's so much so that I got out my phone, the ChatGPT app on my phone, and we would take pictures of his questions and say, please explain to me, because you have to use, you have to be nice to the AI so they don't rise up against you. Please explain to me how to solve this. And it was so cool. It would go through and it'd say like, okay, this is the problem you have. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. And wow, I am so grateful for that. I couldn't imagine. I literally could not have helped him. I felt so handicapped in that case. But you're not going to be handicapped because we're going to do the math together. I really like non sequiturs and then trying to pull those right back into what we're talking about. All right, so on light, let's go through the history on light real quick. Let's go to the 10-minute trading here. All right, so light, we started at 690 on the 55s. All right, we bought the 55s for 690. Then yesterday we rolled it up to the $6. So let me do the math. Where was that at? Right. Yeah. Okay, so we bought the 55s at 690. So we start with the negative 6.90. Okay. And then we rolled it up for a credit for $4.30, which means there's only $2.60 of risk in the trade at this point. And then you add in what the 60 is worth right now, which is 535. So 260 was our rolling point. Did I do that right? Hang on, I might have done my math wrong. That's how much risk we have in the trade right now is 260. I agree with that. And then, yeah. And then we add in 540 for the current price, which means we have a profit of 280 on the trade. 280 divided by our original trade at 690 is a 40% winner so far. Light is awesome. I have no reason to take light off. Cien, C-I-E-N. Yesterday we rolled this, and it is right at this moment below our half ATR by about 4 cents. Let's look at the 5-minute chart. It's kind of hovering around there. It's got an order block it's sitting right on top of. Let's give that a couple minutes to see if it pulls back up. If it does, I'll take it off, take it for profits today. If it doesn't, that's okay too, because well, if it doesn't make it over the half ATR point, we'll take it off for profits. If it does make it over, we'll hold it for potentially more profits. Either way, profits. Gimme. NRG. So this one, over the last couple days, bounced up, came back in, bounced up, came back in. This one, I think I will roll. It's 10 cents off that point right there. No sense in not rolling it when we can take the trade, move it up for, just 10 cents off. Then WPM, holy goodness, WPM has got to go. Yeah, apparently something went wrong on WPM, but that's okay. It is definitely time. There is no reason to hold on to this trade, right? It's below the half ATR. It's below the 10. There's no order blocks out here in our way. And this order block right here, I'm not counting on saving me today. So I'm going to move out of WPM at this very moment. WPM. Okay. What are you doing? WPM. I have no idea what's going on. That was weird. Okay. WPM. October 18th. I think we bought the 60s because I remember yesterday saying we're going to buy all the 60 calls at some point. WPM. Close full. All right, it is the 60s. Let's see, 335. All right, working to close at 335. Massive failure. Okay, not filled at 335. Let's replace that at 330. Filled at 330. Boo. All right, we're out of WPM. One day later. Sebastian, where are you at? Okay. We close WPM. Can't follow the stream. Give me a break. No excuses, Sebastian. All right, closing. Oh no, I don't want that one. I want one where I've got all the details filled in. Hang on. I think Brian's about to give Sebastian a hard time. Okay. Today is the 27th. Closed WPM. 60s. Just closed it at 330. All right, was it 330 or 335? 330. Closed it at 330. So that is a loss. Boo. But that's okay. We have 4 out of 5 winners right now. I'll take it. Here. So I got it at 330. So that was a return of capital of negative 30%. 30.06% loss. And that was a negative 3.86% portfolio impact. That was because it closed under half ATR. All right, so WPM is out of my life. Screw you guys. I'm out of here. Jorn says he's out of WPM at 330 as well. Yeah, can't save that one. Let's go back to light. Light looks chill. No issues there. Scene. Okay, it's a penny off of our half ATR right now. We'll continue to wait. And then NRG. Yeah, I want to roll up NRG right now. Let's go see if we can do it for a good price. NRG. NRG. Energy. All right, currently in the 80s. All right, this could be tricky. Let's see if we can roll up to the 85. Liquidity's good. I've already, by the way, I double checked already. None of these are heat map stalled, so no issue on that. Rolling up from the 80 to the 85. 116 on 760. We should be great on extrinsic. Yeah. 30 cents wide. 4,000 open interest. This looks really good. And we'll take in $4 or so in credit. Let's see where I can get filled. Energy. I want to close. Hang on. I'll go through the whole thing real quick. Let me click a couple buttons real quick. Okay. So NRG just moved up to 1 ATR. Can I roll up for a credit? Well, yeah, it looks like I can roll it for around $4. A little over $4, maybe 4.5. If no, then I'd hold on to it, but I can't. As one order, sell to close the original options, sell to close the 80s, and then buy to open the 85s in this case. So we're going closer to the money, 80 to 85. Same number of contracts. We've already established as the same liquidity standards. So we're good there. Now, by doing this takes partial profits now, frees up capital in the trade, and keeps the trade alive, right? So like win-win-win all around. So let's do that now. Let me see if I can get 440. That'd be sick. Let me know what you get. All right, it's working at 440. I'll give that a minute. Let's do the math on our winner so far in NRG. NRG, we got in at oh, this is the one that was up huge the other night after hours. Yeah, I would really appreciate it if you would go and do that again. NRG, we bought it for $9.75. So purchase for $9.75. Current Price of the 80 is, let's call it 11.75. So 9.75 minus 11.75. So $2 over 9.75 means we're up about 20% in the trade. Rolled at 436. He couldn't get 440. Filled at 435. Yeah, I'm not filled yet either. Let me try. Let me move this around. Place. I'll try at 35 as well. 435. Filled at 36. I'll take it. Boring got 436 as well. All right, so we're up 20% or so on the trade. I am glad to take it. Thank you very much. Isn't this great? Don't you all love being able to roll these trades? Right? We just took $4 of risk off the table. Okay, thanks. Now we can trade with that. How cool is that? And the trade's still alive. RG, reply. Rolled NRG. 80 calls up to the 85 calls for 436. Jordan's in at 435. Okay, cool. All right, so that gives me seen 60s, light 60s, energy 85s out of WPM. And now I got lots of buying power back. Thank you very much. I love that. All right, we'll do one last check on seen. It's a penny up right now. I mean, there's two schools of thought here, right? Let it ride because it's right at our half ATR, or call it a day, take the profits right now. You do as you choose. For me personally, I think I'm going to let it ride. Reason being is that it's still trending higher. Actually, let's take a look at, let's do one thing. I'll make one decision here. I want to see the breadth of scene's sector. Because if that sector, and I don't know what sector it's in, it's still going up, the tech sector, and I feel good about it. If that sector has peaked, then I think I'm going to go ahead and pull it. Oh yeah, this is still going good. The tech sector has not peaked on the market breadth yet. So I'll hold scene. It's a couple pennies up right now, so I'll hold it. All right, so we're out of WPM. Next is scrolly. All right, so all of this we're clear on. None of the 10 EMAs are broken. The half ATRs we've been watching, we've been talking about. We don't have any order blocks in our way on the next trades that are open. None of them are heat map in the way. Oh, are we below yesterday's low? Actually, we are. I should have looked at that. Light, we're good. Seen, we're below. NRG, we're good. You know what? Maybe we take off scene. Yesterday's low was 61.85. It's at 61.81 right now. But the tech sector is still going up. Let's come back to it. Let's hold it for another minute or so, see what happens. Let's go through the rest of our plan, and we'll come back to scene. Make one last decision before the end of the day. We can run the screener and see what's available to trade following these items here. And I only see two, AEE and NEM. Now I've taken those two. Do I already have that open? Yeah, I do. Both of them are in a bullish sector, so we're good there. And I've dropped them into TrendSpider. AEE looks sharp, looks beautiful. I love that trend. But there's a problem here. You can probably see what it is. There's a big old order block right in its way. And I'm not going to fight that order block. Look at that trend. I love a beautiful, smooth trend like that. But I won't be trading AE because of that. And then NEM is well below yesterday's low. Has a similar profile to WPM. Hey, look at that. We traded that not long ago where we rolled, took some profits. Let me remove all my notes here. So yeah, NEM, I'm not going to trade as well. So that just leaves us with seen, which is now below that half ATR, below yesterday's low. Let's take it off. There's no reason to hold it now. Seen. All right, closing the 60s on scene. Now, if you rolled yesterday, it's going to show that you're at a loss, right? But overall in the trade, you're profitable. We'll do the math together here in just a minute. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm closing full position. 290's midpoint. Let me see if I can get 290. 290. No. And it just went to 285 right there. $285. Build. I'm out at 285. We'll do the math here in just a second so you can see where we're at. I'm out of scene. Closed scene. Dave, we're good. I mean, this was the last thing to do. 60 calls. That was the 60s, right? Because we bought all the 60s. Yeah. 60 calls for 285. Now let's do the math on this. So okay, so we got into scene at 630. So minus 630 because we had to pay 630 to get in. Okay. Then we rolled up for 440 yesterday. Okay. And then we just took that off for 285 in credit. So our profit is 95 cents. That is over, yeah, 630 divided by 630. So 15% winner. I'll take it. I'll take it. My actual return on capital with commissions was 1431. Win. Thank you very much. That was no loss. Which did what for my portfolio? Positive 2.22%. Closed under the half ATR from the rolling. Pretty cool, right? So like I say, 4 out of 5 winners this week. I'll be glad to take it. Thank you very much. All right, so that leaves just Light and NRG, which we just rolled a minute ago. So going into the weekend, only 2 trades on. 2 profitable trades. As it should be. So let me ask you guys a question. Having seen the power of Outlier this week, having more money in your account this week, how does that feel? Right? Let me know. I want to know your feedback in what you've seen with Outlier this week, because this has been an incredible week, right? We waited and waited and waited for a while, for a hot minute to trade. And then here we go. Let's make some money. I want to know what you think. NRG. What did I just do with that? Just rolled that for 436. I'm updating my notes real quick, and then I'll show you my portfolio. NRG. Current price of the 85s is 750. So I'm up 21% on energy. We're out of WPM. Today's the 27th. Hang on, I want to update all my notes and then we'll look at my portfolio together. Energy still on scene. We closed. That's right, for 285 plus 440. Okay, so if I get my Light, yeah, Light is currently showing me a 46% gain. NRG is showing me a 21% gain. So the trades that I put on this week, let's go through these. So number 1 was Scene that we just took off. That was the first one I put on this week, 14.31%. Next was Light that we still have on, currently showing a 46.39% winner. Then there was FI, which was a mistake of mine, but I got a nickel out of it, so we'll call it 0.55% gain. And then NRG, still holding that one, shows a 21.31% gain. And then WPM, for me, was a 30.06% loss. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 5 winners on that. pretty dang awesome. Pretty dang awesome. Yoran says, have a great weekend. Tug says, now I'm trading with confidence. Yeah, right. We've got so much data here to back this up. Let's do this. Let's do some math. Let's do expectancy. Right. So expectancy is a calculation that you can do at any time to see just how well your trades are performing. Right. So we have an 80% win rate. Right. 4 out of 5 trades is 80%. We have a 20% loss rate. Okay. So when we put these in to here, yeah, I need to double check my math on my side real quick before I look stupid in front of you. 6.39, 0.55, 20.31, average loss 30.06. Okay, so expectancy on this should be 10.5%. So the way you do this is it's a 2-step formula here. So it's your average win. So the average win, so the average, stop, equals average of this, average win, times your win rate. Okay. Then your average loss, which is this, times your loss rate. And you subtract one minus the other. So 10.5. So what does expectancy mean to you? Expectancy means to you that every one of these trades that we put on, we didn't know what the actual expectancy was ahead of time. But afterward, our expectancy was, on average, each trade we put on has yielded a 10.5% return. Not too shabby, I'll put that way. Not too shabby. Wes says, it's great to have a comprehensive set of rules to trade or not trade, along with exit strategies. It's great not to have stress about the trades I'm in. Yes, dude, that's something I figured out ages ago. So that trading shouldn't be stressful, right? It shouldn't be. If you're stressful, you're doing it wrong. Because yeah, it's nice to win. Yeah, it sucks to lose. But if you position size correctly, know why you're going to get in and why you're going to get out, you don't have to stress. You don't have to guess. You don't have to wonder, oh, am I leaving money on the table? Oh, I maybe should or shouldn't be doing this or that. Like, no, I got rules. I'm going to follow the rules. So very cool. Brian says, great week. This has been very beneficial to see how it works day in and day out with the proper signals. Brian says, anyway, can go back and analyze the difference in win amount and the stocks we roll instead of going ahead and taking the gains at the time of rolling. I think that would be really hard to do, Brian, mainly because I didn't keep that data, right? Like if I roll one of them and we got in at 80, it goes up to 90, and then we roll back down to the 80 strike again. I don't have any idea. I wouldn't be able to keep up with how that landed on the other side of it. It would be interesting to know. Tug says, outstanding. Yeah, I agree. This has been an outstanding week, and that is what it's designed to do. I'll never forget when Mark and Mahesh were showing me everything. And I've told you all this story 100 times, but Mark's like, so what do you think? And I was like, dude, when this works, this is incredible. Now, at that point, we hadn't figured out the master key, which is when it works. And that's when I was like, when this works, it's incredible. That's what you see, right? So pretty sweet. Now, thank you so much for being an outlier. We couldn't do this without you, and we want to pay you back every single day by helping you save time, make money, start winning with less risk. And I feel like, and if we do, let me know, right? If we are doing this every single day, let me know, okay, by hitting the like button. Let everybody know that the first rule of Outlier is you tell everybody about Outlier. And you tell those people that the annual plan for $2.99 is going away on Monday is the last day to get it. It's literally 82 cents a day. Let's do some math on that, okay? This is a small sales pitch, but let's just do the math on this. Let's do the math. We had a 14% win on scene, right? If you had 3 contracts, just on that, you would have paid for Outlier for a year. If you had 30 contracts, you would have paid for it for, what would that be, 10 years, right? Like the cost of Outlier goes away very quickly once you start trading along with it. which is why it's so cool, right? So be sure you tell everybody about that. It's really important because we are raising the price next week, and I don't want them to miss out when they could get it at the lowest price that we've offered it. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. I'm super, super glad that you've been able to make it today. We want to make sure that we take care of you as much as possible, and we do that by doing this together every single day. Thank you so much. Have an incredible weekend. Tell everybody you know about Outlier. We'll talk soon.